Blue Skies is a mod that adds two dimensions called the Everbright and the Everdawn. It includes lots of unique features, blocks, food, weapons, mobs, and structures. So, let's begin. The two dimensions of the mod are called the Everbright and the Everdawn. Each dimension has its own theme, with the Everbright being very bright, snowy and cold, while the Everdawn is darker and warm. To begin your journey in the mod, you must find the Gatekeeper. You can find the Gatekeeper in either plains, mountains, and most snowy biomes. The Gatekeeper has extensive knowledge on these dimensions and has written all about the blocks, mobs, and dungeons found within. The Blue Journal is a book written by the Gatekeeper that's filled with information discovered from his experiences in these dimensions. Once you have found the Gatekeeper, you can trade emeralds for the Zeal lighter to be able to light one of the portal frames. In the Gatekeeper's house will be either the constructed Everbright portal or the Everdawn portal. Simply right-click the frame with the Zeal lighter to light it. One thing to keep in mind is that overworld tools do not work correctly in these dimensions, so you will need to create some once you arrive in them. So the Everbright is a cold, winter-like dimension, sprawling with icy flows and fluffy fauna. It is eternal daytime in this world, and occasional snowstorms that bring thick fogs can bring more enemies than usual. The Everdawn is always hot, and the time is always sunrise. Insects thrive in this dimension, especially during the rain, when more of them appear. The fauna here is mostly reptilian, with a few exceptions. The last major update the mod received added over 21 new biomes, but the main ones that I could find in the Everbright are the snow-covered pines, the polar highland, and the brisk meadow. Special Everbright villages can also generate in Brightlands, Calming Skies, and Slushlands biomes, which we'll take a look at later. The main biomes of the Everdawn that I found were the Crystal Roughs, the Moonlit Reservoir, and the Searing Grasslands. Special Everdawn villages can also generate in Sunset Maple Forests, Shaded Woodlands, and Crystal Dunes biomes. 3 types of trees and their associated wood types can be found in the Everbright. The Bluebright tree drops Bluebright saplings, sticks, and wood, which can be crafted into dark blue planks. Similarly, the Frostbright tree provides Frostbright saplings, sticks, and wood, with the wood being a dark mahogany color and the leaves white. Finally, there's the Starlit tree, which drops Starlit saplings, sticks, and wood. The wood is a dark grey on the outside and light blue-green on the inside, with planks matching the light blue-green interior. The Brewberry bush is a shrub that can grow various types of berries and slows down any entity that walks over it. Brewberries themselves are light snacks and can be eaten quickly, much like dried kelp. Pink berries provide an acute regeneration effect and are obtained by growing a brewberry bush on cherry grass. Black brewberries grown on mycelium are handy for removing poisonous effects. There's also the cryo root, a questionable food source that inflicts a mysterious effect. You can plant it like carrots or potatoes. The pine fruit serves as a moderate food source and can be used to tame reindeer. For fuel, you can use the snowcap pinhead, which is a small mushroom, or the snowcap mushroom, a taller variety. Both are useful as fuel sources, with the pinhead variety also being used to make snowcap mushroom blocks. There are 3 main trees and wood types found in the Everdawn. Lunar trees are a dark purplish texture with purple leaves. They can be turned into planks that are an indigo shade. Maple trees are a similar texture to spruce, but with an orange tinge, and they have orange leaves. They can be crafted into orange planks that resemble acacia. Dusk trees are an ash-like log texture with pink leaves and can be turned into dark purple planks. The baneful mushroom is a mushroom that gives the poison effect to anything that walks over it. The crescent fruit is a surprisingly filling, questionably crescent-shaped fruit that can be used to tame cosmic foxes. The crystal flowers are a kind of sapling that grows into a transparent, non-burnable wood that can't be used to make sticks. The fiery beans are a moderate food source planted with seeds. The scale fruit is a moderate food source planted with seeds that can tame crystal camels. The soul nut is a poor food source planted with itself like carrots or potatoes. The crescent fruit sapling also grows into dusk trees but can grow crescent fruits on its leaves. It can be obtained by trading a lunar sapling and a crescent fruit with an alchemist villager. The first mob we have in the Everbright is the Armoured Frost Spirit, which is a zombie-like creature that takes extra damage from pickaxes, making those tools especially effective against it. Then there's the Frost Spirit, which is a bat-like harmless entity that can drop soul fragments and star flares. Next is a large bison called the Azulfo, which lives in herds. These creatures drop excellent meat, but if you harm one, the entire herd will retaliate. The Stardust Ram is similar to the overworld sheep. They can be sheared using shears and hunted for mutton. They can be bred using the pine fruit crop. The Crinoceros is a rhino-like ice spirit that also takes more damage from pickaxes, so keep those handy when facing them. Then there's the Diophyte Prowler, which is a feline with incredible speed that strafes around its prey. Using a shield might stun this creature, giving you a strategic advantage. The Grittle Flatfish is a small, dark fish with a negligible bite and a shy attitude, making it an excellent meal. For those seeking a mount, the reindeer is perfect. It's not only fast, but also provides good meat. Deep in the ocean, you'll find Seklam, a clamshell that reveals its pearl after being hit a few times. The Whistleshell Crab is a huge crab with a nasty claw, fast on land and the ocean floor, but it can't swim. The Shrumpty is a mushroom-like creature that causes slowness with its melee attacks and cackles when it lands a hit. The Snow Owl is a bird whose song can be heard across long distances, lending an ethereal quality to its presence. Now for the mobs found in the Everdawn. The Charscale Moki is a small fish that often swims in schools, in lakes or creeks. The Cosmic Fox is a fox variant with purple fur that can be tamed or killed for fox pelts. The Kroger is a huge frog that can be tamed and ridden to cross land and water alike. The Crystal Camel is a rideable mount that can carry chests on its back. The Emberback is a large beetle that has an AoE fire attack and a bite. The Horizofin Tunid is a small fish much like the Charscale Moki. The Infested Swarmer is a large ant-like insect species that spawns underground. The Nyctofly is a flying insect with good speed that's best fought in tight areas. The Shade Monitor is a lizard that drops good meat but is speedy when retaliating. The Venom Spider is a spider with a poison bite and a poison spit. In terms of natural resources, there are 4 ores that are common to both dimensions, 1 exclusive to the Everdawn and 2 exclusive to the Everbright. Diopside is a green gem common to both dimensions. Armour and tools created from it are very durable and deal high damage. The pickaxe is also capable of mining any block that diamond can. Aquite is common to both dimensions and has similar properties to iron. It's also very enchantable. Pyrope is common to both dimensions. Tools created are very light and can be used quickly, although they don't have much durability. Moonstone is common to both dimensions and functions similarly to coal in that it serves as a light source in contrast to torches. It also works underwater, and crystal variations can also be found underground. Horizonite is found in the Crystal Dunes biome in the Everdawn and is an extremely hot metal. Any tools created from it are able to smelt ores instantly upon mining. Fallsite is found in non-mountainous biomes of the Everbright. It can be used in a toolbox to strengthen the durability of tools from both dimensions. Ventium is a red metal found in most non-mountainous biomes of the Everbright. It's mainly equivalent to iron and can be used to create things like buckets, shears, and the toolbox. Armour and tools can be made from pyrope, aquite, diopside, charite, and horizonite. Spears are a new form of weapon added by the mod and can be made from any wood found in the blue skies dimensions. All spears will do 4 attack damage with left clicking, and depending on the type of wood used, the attack speed can increase or decrease, and when the spear is thrown, the wood type used can increase or decrease its damage. On average, throwing the spear deals about twice as much as its melee damage. A shield can be crafted from moonstone, which provides much more durability than a standard wooden shield. It's also transparent, so you get more visibility than you would with a typical wooden shield. As mentioned earlier, Ventium can be used as a substitute for iron, meaning it can be made into buckets or shears in this dimension. If a baby animal is near a trough, they have a chance to eat from it, and when this happens, it will allow the animal to grow up faster. It can be filled with most animal breeding items like carrots, potatoes, scale fruit, and pine fruit. The food prep table is a table made for preparing meals. It can accept a maximum of 5 ingredients, with 3 being the minimum to create a proper dish. The more unique the ingredients used, the more filling the meals will be. Using a flower can add their potion effect to the meal. Using Brewberry extends the duration of all effects gained from the meal. The snow cap oven allows the heat to be sapped out of warm objects to cook whatever is inside, sometimes leaving the frozen byproduct behind. The toolbox can be used to enhance and upgrade tools. It uses Fallsite to increase durability when put in alongside almost any tool from the Everbright or Everdawn. This block can also be used to swap sticks of different wood types in the selected tool. The Star Emitter works in cohesion with the Astrolabe item that we'll look at later. Using the Astrolabe on the Star Emitter will allow the user to teleport back to its location. The Horizonite Forge allows items to be smelted without any fuel. It does, however, require a recharge time. It can be charged instantly using anything composed of Horizonite, and a sunstone can also be used to charge it quicker. Moving on to structures, Everbright villages can generate in Brightlands, Calming Skies, and Slushlands biomes. Everdawn villages can generate in Sunset Maple Forests, Shaded Woodlands, and Crystal Dunes biomes. There are also new villager professions for the 2 dimensions. To get these professions, the associated block must be placed near a jobless villager. You have the Wrangler with the trough as his workstation. He'll trade you emeralds for his delicious cuts of meat. You have the Shoveler using the toolbox. He will trade resources for the amazing new tools that you will find in the mod. The Stargazer uses the Starry Emitter, and he'll trade you an astrolabe, allowing you to travel vast distances and instantly teleport home at the cost of some experience. The Night Watcher uses the Bag of Spoils as his workstation. This guy is a bit unique, his stuff is kind of stolen. The Bag of Spoils itself is quite cool because you can use it like a smaller shulker box. The Summoner, using the Studious Summoning Table, will trade you mob drops for emeralds. Master Summoners will also trade you the extremely rare Summoning Totem. The Alchemist uses the Alchemist table and trades assorted ingredients for plants and items. You can obtain the Alchemy Scroll from this guy. The Frozen Bunker appears as a small mound of bricks with a trapdoor on the surface. Opening the trapdoor will reveal a rather deep hole that you can jump into to explore the dungeon. There will be 4 rooms at either side. Each room will contain an armored frost spirit spawner with chests. The loot in these chests is usually quite decent, being some tool, armor, or possibly an enchanted book. The main dungeon of the mod is the Blinding Dungeon. This epic tower is common to both the Everdawn and the Everbright. However, the boss is different in each dimension. To summon the boss of the dungeon, you must collect 4 blinding keys, which are scattered around in chests in the different floors of the dungeons. At the top of the tower, there's a keystone that will bring you to the boss when you right-click with the 4 blinding keys. The boss of the Everbright is the Summoner. The Summoner has a total of 350 health. He teleports around, making it hard to land consistent hits on him, and will summon artificial golems to attack you. He will also shoot spheres of magic. In his second phase, he receives regeneration. He will strike lightning down and continue to summon golems. Upon defeating the Summoner, you will be rewarded with the Summoner's loot bag and a trophy. The boss of the Everdawn is the Alchemist. The Alchemist has 500 health. The Alchemist has 4 moves in his first phase. His first move spawns lingering poison potions in the 4 corners of the room, which lasts 11 seconds. His second move is a blindness move, which blinds you for 5 seconds. His third move is 3 arrows launched in different directions. There is 3 seconds of a charge up before the launch. His fourth move is a set of 0 to 11 decaying spikes, which go in a line directly at its targets. The Alchemist's second phase begins upon getting him to half health. The Alchemist gains 2 more moves after entering phase 2. His first new move is Regeneration, which gives him Regeneration 5 and heals him quite fast and lasts a couple of seconds. If you hit him while he's healing, it will cancel it. His last new move gives him the power to turn the 2 water fountains at the end of the room into lava fountains. The Alchemist drops an Alchemist trophy and an Alchemist loot bag. The Nature Dungeon is a giant green pyramid structure in the Everbright. Golems constructed of the structure's stone are the inhabitants of this dungeon. The bottom floors are aged and weathered away, while the upper floors are more firmly built. Each floor has a dungeon key that must be collected and used on the keystone to begin the boss battle. The Starlit Crusher is the boss of this structure. It uses 4 walls to protect itself in battle, shielding itself from any attacks. While the walls are up, the Crusher will grow things such as roots, spewters, and wooden snow owls to assist in battle. Once stunned, it can be attacked with any weapon. Once the Starlit Crusher has been defeated, it will drop a loot bag and its trophy. It has a chance to drop a unique item too. The Poison Dungeon, upon first glance, is a strange tree covered in webs in the Everdawn. Inside is a giant spider nest, which is home to many venom spiders. Each floor has a dungeon key that must be collected similarly to the other dungeons and used on the keystone. The Arachnarch is the boss of this structure. It's a gigantic spider able to latch onto the ceiling. It's very difficult to attack on the ceiling, so it's recommended to wait until it lands. When grounded, it can lunge itself towards the target. Using a shield against the collision will stun it and make it become dizzy, leaving it vulnerable to attacks. Once the Arachnarch has been defeated, it will drop a loot bag and its trophy. It has a chance to drop a unique item too. When a boss in this mod has been defeated, it may be respawned with the Arc item obtained from it by using the Arc on the keystone. Doing so will spawn the boss at a higher difficulty, which may result in better loot. The Summoning Tome obtained from the Everbright's Blinding Dungeon allows the user to cast the same spells as the Summoner. The Alchemy Scroll obtained from the Everdawn's Blinding Dungeon allows the user to use the spells that the Alchemist uses. And finally, the mod will add 4 new music discs to your game. That will do it for the Blue Skies mod. It's available to download down in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and take care.